Welcome to Fat Daddy's Outdoor Cooking. We're outdoors today. All right, this morning's top priority. Gotta go through this bed and make sure we didn't leave none behind. I just was combing through here a minute ago and found a couple of them. We're gonna shuffle this bed around a little bit and see, there's another one right there. Anyway, we're gonna get some sweet potatoes planted. It's a little late, but it's not late. With 125 days and we got plenty of time to go ahead and grow some more sweet potatoes. We got another bed going already, but my slips over in the cooler are kicking. So I said, you know what? It's time to go ahead and get them over here. And we just pulled the onions out of here and the spinach. We already have the one bed of sweet potatoes popping. I mean, they're stretching out everywhere. We get plenty, more than we'll eat, which we should eat a lot of them. We probably should eat them every couple of days because it's a really good food for your body. Anyway, and you can feed them to the dogs too. You can cook them up and feed them to the dogs. Good for the dogs. So bed's done for the season as far as the onions and all that stuff that was in here. The spinach, that's what it was. Which we could plant a late thing of spinach in another bed. So this bed will be perfect. Perfect right here. We'll just get this flattened back out and get them slips in there. Let's go do it. We just got to get in this bed right here and make sure we didn't forget no onions because I done missed 3 of them. There's 4. 5. There it is. I missed 5 of them. Get these slips out. I'm going to show you what's going on some of these. Let's grab this whole tater. If I can get the whole thing. Yeah. All right. Here's a real good example. Here's our sweet potato right here that we started slips from. There's all our top part of the roots. These slips is what's going to grow the potato. You're not going to grow a sweet potato if you leave it in the ground like this. Now, a few of these might run her off and you'll catch some potatoes. This is the way God made it for you to just go ahead and start sweet potatoes off this. And it's a matter of, now you don't have to pull the whole sweet potato up, of course, but I'm showing you as an example. But you'll come in here and just take that slip off. Like that. There's a nice slip. Get them in the ground and get them watered in. There's the foliage of it. So there's going to be a bunch on this one. And that come out of the cooler. We did a video on this. I don't think I know I'm not going to do it next year. Don't care for it. Didn't work well for me. I guess it did. It worked really well, but not like the year before. The year before, I guess it was actually 2 years before because we didn't grow them last year. But the year before, we put on some slips and they all put on quick. And so now this one's okay. It'll go, but that long root like that. See that long root? That's what you want, that big old long root. Of course, that little one with a little root. Now, that's enough probably to do this whole bed. But when you're doing them out of this box, let me get closer so we can see. Let's say you was in another spot and you just wanting to pull the slips off. You're just going to reach in here and pull the slip like that. Okay, and you leave your potato undisturbed because it'll probably start putting on. We've already pulled it off this box once and did another bed. This time we're going to do this front bed. So that's all there is to it. Just reaching in there. There's two right here, so I'll grab the little feller. Yep, it ended up being one. And no real roots to speak of. There's a few right there. That one I will go get to the cows or chickens or whatever. See, there's some good ones right there. That's all there is to it, y'all. And then get them in the ground. And honestly, I figured the cooler would work well because of the, it'd been able to started that. I don't know, shoot, April or something. You can go back and look at the video. I can't remember. About April, and it took a while for them suckers to come up. I'm like, dude, I ain't doing this again, man. I even shut the lid, keep the warm in at night. You know, my stand's not acting right, so. I won't do it again. In a pinch, I'd have to. If I had to, I would. No problem. But I'll start them in a bed. Last year, I started them in like in one of these beds, and it did pretty good because I was able to cover it up too with some plastic or whatnot. And or the year before, excuse me, the year before. Last year, I didn't do none. So there's that. We'll get these suckers planted and get them watered, and I'll show you what's up. Mission accomplished. Didn't take long at all. Boom, there they are. Yet I did not water them though. Definitely got to get them in the water. That'll give us more than taters than we can eat. We got these two beds. Plus, I'll have enough left over next year to start my slips again, which is important. You got to have enough to do your slips the following year, right? That way or not. Well, which you can run to the store too and grab sweet potatoes and do it. Now, I don't do all that trimming off of everything. They're clipping this little feta here and clipping it up. Man, they stick them suckers in the ground. I never had no problem. Stick them in the ground, put some water to them. They kick off and go. So a lot of folks do some fancy trimmings and all that stuff. Hey, get after it, whatever. These things are hard to kill anyway. They just rock and roll. They just keep on popping, man. And they put out some good groceries. It's called a superfood. I don't know what all kind of minerals and stuff's in it. Whatever God put in this sweet potato. And I tell you something else that's great about a sweet potato is it'll keep for a long time. You know, you throw that in the dark thing up underneath the bed on a where it can get some air to it and stuff. This joker here, if you got a basement or a I don't know if the basement, as long as it's not too got too much like moisture in there, I think you'd be all right. But root cellar like the old timers had, that's what I tell you what, I really love that root cellar. That's gonna cost some money, but that these things they last. They're incredible. They start lasting. They just last a long time. I bet when we pull these, I bet they'll be good all the way to next time I go to plant them. Like we can eat them. And I think that's what happened a year ago. I was like, man, we had so many sweet potato loads. Ended up giving a bunch of them away. Canned some of them, put back some, and we had gobs of sweet potatoes. I grew too many that year because I wasn't too sure the first time I ever did it. And I watched Deep South Homestead, Danny and Wanda over there on Deep South Homestead, and they showed me how to do the slips. I was like, shoot, what? And I've been starting them in a jar and in the windowsill and doing all. And he said, look, put them in the ground. Put them in some sawdust and some loose soil. Get them good and moist, first round, and keep them a little bit moist. Boom. With some heat on them, shoot. They'll start popping up like crazy. And that's what they did. So, y'all enjoy your day, and thanks for watching. Well, I'm planting the sweet potatoes June the 12th. 120 to 125 days, we should be harvesting them. Of course, I'm going to give them some water, a little bit of, when them roots get set, probably, full 5 days, maybe a week. I'll put a little 13, 13, 13 on there. Triple 13, just sprinkle it on there and water it in real good. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit. And I probably won't mess with them after that, except water every now and then. They're really good about being drought tolerant. So that's it.